Hi everybody, my name is Alicia. Welcome back to Know Your Verbs. In this episode, we're going to talk about the verb use. Let's get started. The basic definition of the verb to use is to put something to a purpose. Examples. We used our iPhones to make a video. Use your time wisely. Let's look at the conjugations for this verb. Present, use, uses. Past, used. Past participle, used. Progressive, using. Let's talk about some additional meanings for this verb. The first additional meaning for the verb use is to consume. To consume, like for example, eating or taking all of something and applying it so that all of it goes away. You're consuming it somehow. Examples. You used all the butter. We've used almost all the toilet paper. So here, these are items which we can gradually get rid of. Like in the case of butter, in the first example, we eat butter, and so we consume it by eating, so it goes away. Toilet paper we use for cleaning purposes, and so gradually it goes away. We consume it, but we use the word use instead. Okay. Let's go on to the second additional meaning. The second one is a slang term, which means to take drugs. To take drugs as like a habit. Examples of this use. I heard he's using again. They haven't used in years. So here, you don't hear any drug. There's no word drug being used or no specific drug name, but we use the verb use to refer to taking drugs. So when someone says he's using again, it means he's using drugs again. But saying drugs is quite direct and kind of strong, so instead we say using alone. We don't specifically say what he is using, but it refers to drugs. So this use of the word use refers to drug use, actually. Okay, the third additional meaning of the verb use is to exploit a person or to exploit a situation. Exploit means to take advantage of someone or to take advantage of a situation. Examples. He's just using you for money. Don't let them use you for your ideas. So in both of these example sentences, use refers to someone being taken advantage of for a different reason. So in the first example sentence, he's just using you for money. It means the he in the situation is taking advantage of the listener because he wants money from the listener. So he's taking advantage of the listener and getting money. In the second example sentence, it's the person's ideas. So one person has a lot of ideas and a group of people are taking those ideas from the other person. So taking advantage of someone or taking advantage of a situation. It has a negative image. Let's move on to some variations of this verb. The first expression is could use something. Could use something. It means that that thing might be useful in some way, might be a good idea in some way. Examples. I could use a break. You look like you could use a vacation. So these just mean that the item talked about seems like it could be useful or might be useful. So in the first example sentence, I could use a break. We see could. This is actually used in the second example sentence too. I could use a break, meaning it would be possible for me to use a break. Like that seems like a good idea to me right now. In the second example sentence, you look like you could use a vacation. It means it seems, based on your appearance, you need a vacation. It would be useful for you to have a vacation. So could use something means it seems like that thing might be good for you. So this expression is used in positive statements. You look like you could use something. It means that thing might be useful for you or it might be a good idea for you. Okay. Let's move along to the second variation, which is to use up. To use up. So this means to consume completely. To consume completely. In the alternate definitions for this verb, we saw it means to consume. To use means to consume. But to consume completely, we use the word use up to refer to this. Examples. She used up all of her sunblock at the beach. We used up all the wood for the fire. So here you'll see in both of these example sentences, I included the word all. She used up all of her sunblock at the beach. We used up all the wood for the fire. So all shows everything, completely consuming that thing. So when you want to talk about using everything, you can use up, use up. She used up all her sunblock. We used up all the wood. You can also exchange verbs here. Like, for example, we drank up all the wine, or we drank up all the beer, or we ate up all the pizza. You can use it in a couple other situations relating to consumption too. But use up is used for like resources of some kind. So those are a few hopefully new ways for you to use the word use. I hope that you found something new. Of course, if you know a different way to use this verb, or if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let us know in the comment section of this video. Of course, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come and check us out at EnglishClass101.com for other things you can use for your English studies. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Know Your Verbs, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Oh. Use the force. Oh. Use the force.
Use the force.
That's obviously the best example sentence from this lesson.